Okay. I think it's done now.
You take me to places I've never been.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm recreating this look, creating this look. I'm kind of going off of inspiration of Hailey Bieber's makeup, which is very just like glowy, sculpted, bronzy, and I am featuring two new Ilya products that are launching, and I think you guys are really gonna like it because I was so stoked to hear about this launch, and I was really blown away by the results of these products, and I did use them in today's look. And I hope you guys enjoy watching. Definitely make sure to leave a comment down below if you have any questions about any of the products I used today, and as well all the products will be linked down in the description box. I am going to stain my shirt with all my swatches. This is what happens when I wear white and I've self-tanned and I have swatches all over my arms. So hopefully that doesn't happen. But nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and stay tuned. In today's video, I thought I would do a full face of Ilya again, but I really wanted to do it inspired by a celebrity makeup look. So I've been really inspired lately by Hailey Bieber, both her style and just her minimalist makeup. So that is what I'm gonna do today. I'm just obsessed with her makeup looks. I think she always looks so fresh-faced. So I'm kind of going off of this look right here. She's just got really bold eyebrows. She's just got like a very subtle kind of light champagne-y, maybe a little bit of bronze in her eyeshadow, like in her lid. I can't talk. Nice sculpting of the cheekbones with some bronzer, and just like a really fresh, dewy look. So that is the look that I'm going for in today's video. So I have a ton of goodies here that Ilya sent me, and I am so excited because there are two new products that I'm going to be showing you that are launching, and I'm so excited to play around with these. I am filming this before the actual launch date, so I get to kind of play around with it and then give you guys an idea of how the performance is and give you a little bit more information about the products itself. It is a beautiful sunny afternoon. I just finished a night shift and I had a nap and I feel refreshed and I am ready to put on a face. So, the first thing I'm going to go in with is this True Skin Radiant Firming Serum. And I'm also really excited. I've been a long-time fan of Ilya for a while, but they've done a rebranding and repackaging, and I love their packaging now. It's just so minimalist, and it's like all of my favorite color schemes. Like if you look at my mood board, it's all these colors. So here we are starting off with the True Skin Serum Primer. And it does say to shake before use. This is my first time actually using this product. There are quite a few products in today's video that are new to me, so it's a bit of a first impressions. It's kind of like this, I would say translucent. It's definitely not like a transparent serum. It's pretty much odorless. It goes on like a lightweight kind of watery serum, and I like that it doesn't feel oily or heavy. Actually feels super lightweight, and it almost dries down immediately, so that's really good. Okay, I'm like trying to chase the sun right now because it's like late afternoon, so bear with me. Okay, so now that I've got my primer on, I'm going in with a very exciting new product that was pretty recently launched from Ilya, and I was really excited when I saw the hype about this and it kind of just being teased, and that is the Ilya Super Serum Skin Tint SPF 40. I love this SPF in it, so you don't have to go ahead after your skincare and apply a sunscreen. You can just go right ahead and apply your foundation. So this is like a serum slash cover. I think it's very similar to like the Kosas one in terms of the consistency. It's pretty liquidy, and just for reference, I have the shade Aura, so I'm gonna just apply it into my hands. It has a little bit of a dropper application method. It's actually a bit thicker than the Kosas one, if you guys are wondering, and it has a very kind of like tinted moisturizer, but a little bit more creamy. And because I like a very flawless finish, I always go in with my beauty blender. You can use whatever technique you like. And this is like my perfect spring to summer color because I am a little bit bronzed as I start to self-tan. And if you guys are wondering, I am using the Eco Tan Face Tan Water. It's my favorite face tanning product. I'm just blending it down my neck too. It's super dewy. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell, I've got some shine on my nose, or this is not my nose, my chin, my cheekbones, but also my nose as well. It actually has very decent coverage for a like serum foundation or tinted sunscreen. I love that it's SPF 40 because it is a good amount of coverage. I find that most like tinted foundations, tinted sunscreens usually only have an SPF of like 20 or 30, so to have a 40 is actually pretty rare, and I think it's actually a really good quality. Because I'm using natural light, you may see a fluctuation in the lighting, so I apologize for that. I'm also going to go in with the True Skin Serum Concealer, which is honestly one of my favorite concealers now. And again, I'm running low, so it's really nice to have a new one and in the new packaging, which is super sleek. It's basically like a white top. It's just very minimalist. I will get my other one just to compare. Okay, so I grabbed a few of my Ilya products that I had before their rebrand, so I'll just show you. This is the new True Skin Serum Concealer, and this is the older packaging. It's pretty similar in terms of the shape. It's just kind of the coloring. This is more of a frosted glass, where this is more transparent. And I'm just checking the volume is the exact same, so you're not losing any more product. I know sometimes brands, when they do reformulate or rebrand, repackage, sometimes they do make less product in, ooh, that's interesting. They do sometimes use less product, so I like that they didn't change the amount. Oh my god, this concealer is amazing, and this is in the color Chicory. I could be pronouncing that wrong, I think it's right. Now, I am someone who's actually just been wearing solely concealer for the last few months, so it's kind of interesting to have a foundation on as well. But it kind of just evens everything out. And the concealer is lighter than the actual tinted sunscreen that I use, so I do like that, just because I do like a bit of a brightening effect in kind of like the central areas of my face. So and I know that beauty blenders or like beauty sponges do soak up some of the product, but I honestly like how it makes it look super seamless, so I don't mind it. Okay, so in terms of the dry down, it's still a little bit tacky, but it's definitely not as dewy as it was when I first applied it. I still will go ahead and set my face because it's like an essential step for me. So here is the old packaging of the Ilya Soft Focus Finishing Powder. I don't have a new one, which is fine because I still have a ton of product in here. So I really don't need another one just for the packaging. And I'm just going to dip my brush into the lid, and I really just kind of set mostly under my eyes so I don't get any creasing. Forehead, chin, and then I just do a little swoop around with whatever's left on the brush. Like that. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do, which is one of the products, or two of the products I really want to highlight in this video, are two new launches for Ilya. And I have the Daylite Highlight Powder as well as the NightLite Bronzing Powder. Now both of these come in two different shades, so I have the lightest of both of them. So this highlighting powder, both of them are talc-free. They're super buttery. The packaging is just absolutely beautiful. It's like this nude color. This is in the color Decades, and it's this beautiful kind of champagne-y, really soft highlight. Now they describe this as a soft gold, and then they also have Starstruck, which is a deep rose gold, and I'm much more of a kind of like champagne-y warm tone than I am more like pinky tone, so this is the perfect highlight for me. I will do a little swatch, and then it's just so buttery when you're doing the swatch. I love that it's not chalky, it just feels like butter, and I know that talc does kind of create this buttery feeling to products, so to have a talc-free formula that feels this good is just incredible. And I just love that it's hitting the light right now, and it's just so beautiful. You can kind of see it. Of course the lighting's like not in my favor right now, but you can kind of see that sheen.
Everyone's looking at me thinking that I'm different. Everyone's looking at me.
Has a bit of sparkle, but it's very, 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 very micro and subtle. It really is just like a beautiful sheen, and you'll see it when I apply it to my face. Now, the next thing that I am super excited about is a bronzer. I love powdered bronzers, especially matte powdered bronzers, which I feel like is lacking in the green beauty space, and it makes me so, so, so happy that a brand that I really like the formulation for has created a bronzer in a powder formula. So there are two shades, again, just like the highlight. This is in the shade Drawn In, which is for lighter to medium skin tones, and then they also have a deeper one in Novelty, which is for medium to dark skin tones. So they've launched two. I again love that it's matte, again super, super buttery. I also like that this is really buildable, so you see that that's the bronzer right there.
Everyone's looking at me thinking that I'm living. I don't really care what they are.
It's kind of right in the middle of being a warm and a cool tone. I would say it's very, very neutral, and will work as a bronzer, but also really, really good for contour, which again, I feel like there's not enough contour powders in the green clean beauty space. So let's play with them. I'm super excited. I'm using my contouring brush to first start off with the contouring. Again, Hailey Bieber has such beautiful cheekbones, and we are going to try and mimic that with our bronzer. So I'm just going to dip my brush, like, whoa, look at all that pigment it picked up. So, so, so pigmented. And it comes with a beautiful large mirror. And I always start like right at the back. Whoa, it's just so pigmented. I always like start with circular motions, kind of like in my hairline, and then sweep it down.
Walking downtown and I'm up.
And I always just go around the perimeter. She's got really nice kind of shading in her temples and around her forehead.
Thinking that I'm different. Everyone's looking at me thinking that I'm living.
This blends out like a dream. So even though when it put it on initially, like it laid down like a ton of pigment, but it actually spreads out very, very easily. Like I'm able to diffuse the color across my cheekbones without it staying patchy where I initially applied it, which is super important when it comes to a bronzer, because the last thing you want is it to look super, super muddy right where you place that product down initially. Let's go in with our highlight. So I'm going to do a sweep. This is why I wanted to do it in natural lights, just so you can see what this looks like in like real life and not under like softbox lights. And I'm not afraid to go right in this apples section of my cheeks. I think it looks super healthy. And because it's not too like glittery or chunky, it looks very beautiful. So obsessed with those two products. Highly recommend you picking up both of them. I mean, honestly, if I were to pick one or the other, I would go with the bronzer, just because I find that bronzers are very, very, very difficult to find, especially in a powder formula that's matte. And this just blew my mind in terms of the blendability, the color, the pigment. everything. So love the bronzer. Okay, so some of the other goodies, we are going to do a bit of a nudie cheek. So let's see, I've got a few different cheek products sent my way. So I've got 2 of the multi-sticks and 1 of the Color Haze multi-use pigments. So I'll show you guys just for the packaging and the coloring. I do not have these 2 shades. So I have the shade Ladybird, as well as I Put a Spell on You. Now I already have a multi-stick in the color At Last, which is one of my favorites, so you guys can just see the comparison in the packaging. Very, very similar in shape, just the lettering of Ilya is just a bit bolder, and of course this is kind of like that white, almost off-white, like it's not a perfect white, it's almost like a bone, and then the original kind of like this, I don't even know what this color is, but it's a metallic color. So I really like this packaging, and I'll just do a little swatches on my arm. So this is the shade At Last, which is the one I already owned. The shade I Put a Spell on You is more of a coral, and it's actually quite sheer. And then Ladybird, which is also kind of like more of a nude, which actually might work really, really well for this look. I think this will be really good for this look. So I think I'll use this, and then I'll just show you the Color Haze. Now I already actually own all of the Color Haze, so I'm not actually going to be using this because I don't need to waste this, but I will just show you for packaging. So this is the, I think the same color, yeah, Before Today. So you can see old packaging, new packaging, very, very, very similar. Again, just the lettering is bolder, and it's kind of less of this metallic and more of this bone color. My favorite shade of all of the Color Haze pigments, right there. It's kind of like a berry, and these smell incredible, like vanilla, like it's insane. I think Ladybird was the one I want, yeah. Beautiful kind of like mauvey nude, and I just, simpler the better. I just apply it directly onto my cheeks. And then just blend it. Now hers might be a little bit more corally, but I do prefer a bit more of like a mauve-y tone on my skin tone, so really like these. They're just super easy to use. They blend in really well. They're very convenient to travel with because they're like compact and small, and yeah, I really like that. The original packaging, and this is in the warm nudes. So again, just that similar bone-ish kind of color, the dark fonts, and the colorings of the actual eyeshadows are the exact same. So kind of a very, very subtle champagne-y tone right in the inner portion of her eye. So I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, which is Grace, and I'm just gonna apply that generally all over the lid. Generally, I don't know what word I want to use. And then she looks to have a bit of a darker shade just right on the kind of crease. So I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, which is Unite, and just kind of apply it into the crease and just stopping like halfway. These actually are like almost bang on to what she's wearing. And then she has a really strong focus on eyebrows, so I'm super excited to have this product back in my life. This is the Essential Brow. This is the Natural Volumizing Brow Gel, and I do own this and used it all up, and it basically again is that kind of like metallic color. Just kind of move you guys a bit, but now it's in that kind of white color. And there's the brush. And I feel like Hailey Bieber is known for her very like natural looking thicker brows, and this definitely gives you like that effortless boy brow.
You were never meant for me.
She's got just beautiful eyelashes. They're just very separated and sultry looking, so I am using the Limitless Lash Mascara. This is such a great mascara, and again with that kind of white packaging. And this brush is a silicone comb brush. It's actually really good at kind of just grasping onto your lashes. I always comb out these like outer lashes just to kind of give a little bit of a kind of flutter. Be careful not to poke your eye out. And then lastly, we have our lips. So I am going to, I've got two different lip sticks. So one is the Color Block High Impact Lipstick and the other one is the Tinted Lip Conditioner. I have Rosette and Nobody's Baby. Again, I do have Nobody's Baby. It's a beautiful kind of like peachy light tone nude, but it looks like she's got more of a nudie mauvey lip, and Rosette sounds like it's gonna be like that, which it does actually look like that. And I love this packaging. It's like this beautiful nude, very similar to the Daylite powder. I would say it's matte, but it's not drying. It's a bit more pinky than what Hailey Bieber's wearing, but still very, very pretty. Oh yeah, good lighting. So here is the finished look. We've got beautiful sculpted cheekbones, and that bronzing powder is to die for. It's just like the perfect bronze, and again, it comes in 2 different shades. So I was using the lighter medium shade, and same with the highlight 2 shades, and I was using the lighter one. I just love how this look turned out. I mean, I feel like a lot of you are gonna be like, Gabby, all your looks look like this, but that's honestly just because that's how I do my makeup, and I just really like the very natural, glowy, minimalist look. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys like this little full face of Ilya slash celebrity makeup recreation slash review of 2 new Ilya products that are launching, as well as a bit of a recap of the new rebranding, repackaging of the Ilya products. And yeah, if you have any questions about the product specifically, you can ask me down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. The product links will be linked down below as well in the description box. Again, thank you so much for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.